back with another horror film review, and today I'm reviewing The Ring. This is a film that I'm also going to be watching alongside the series The Grudge, because I wanted to find out what's the difference between these two films and what from a narrative standpoint. So The Ring in particular is a film about a investigative journalist, and she's trying to figure out why did all these teenagers die. So she has like a list of teenagers that died, and supposedly they watched this video, and 7 days after they end up dying. And so she does an investigation, and she's trying to figure out what's happening, and then she also has 7 days to do so. Now, this film in particular, it was definitely a slow burn. It kind of reminded me a little bit of, and I know it's going to be like a crazy analogy, but Batman versus Superman, because like that film felt like it was set up for something more. It felt like it was set up for a sequel, and this film feels like it suffers from that a lot. There was a lot of things in this film that could have been condensed. It did need the runtime of 2 hours, and it was a sloth 2 hours, because there's times where nothing happens. Like, the story does progress and they do different things with like, but there's no looming threat. You don't really feel the pressure of something bad's going to happen until the beginning of the film, and then also the end of the film. So it's like there's that whole gray area of in between of like, what the fuck is happening? All that they're doing is just going back into cabinets, going to old houses, looking at things, watching the tape. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't watch the tape, but there's not enough cannon fire. There's not enough fodder in between to keep me invested. It did take me 2 sittings to get through this film. Yes, it was tough, but I do like that, like that last act, it did pick up significantly, and it showed me like, okay, it's bigger than what I thought it was, because like the ghost of the girl or whatever that you see, she's very evil, right? I would like to say the cover of this film in the trailer is very misleading. When it comes to watching this film, I think it's definitely a something that was unique to its time period, right? It's something that did have like that big scene that was a payoff. I think like probably the CGI didn't age as well, but it's not one that I'm like overly recommending. But if you just have to see The Ring, I do recommend 2 sittings. Like, that was just me, my personal preference, because it was just very slow pacing. I did want to figure out what was going on, but the pacing was just like, it was just a sloth. It was a sloth. Now, that is my review portion of the film, right? Now, I'm going to talk spoilers, okay? You've been warned. Now, why the fuck, for the poster of this film, will you have a girl with hair in front of her face if we don't fucking see her for the whole duration of the film? The only time where we see this girl with like the hair in front of her face is the end. So it's like, why are you doing that to me, right? And then not to mention that most of the film is spent like just walking, like at a fucking sloth pace, doing a little bit of investigation, picking up on clues here and there. But there should have been a looming threat. Like, the lady should have popped up, a jump scare or something, you know? I think halfway during the film we get that thing with the horses, but besides that, that's it. You know, it's just a looming threat. People are watching the tape, and no one really immediately dies. I mean, you could say that guy in the bathtub, but like, come on, it is a sloth. Nothing's going on, nothing eventful, right? And it's hard to stay engaged in a film when there's nothing going on. What are we doing? But I did like the twist of it, the fact that she only ended up surviving as long as she did because she made a copy of the tape. And so when she makes a copy, it extends the time in which before the thing gets to her. But it's inevitable, right? But you just have to keep having people watch it, right? So that kind of sucks, because you're in a loop. But like, I don't know. Do you post it on social media? Social media didn't exist back then. But I think, knowing what I know now about The Ring, it definitely is a film that could be made for the modern age, and how easable and accessible technology is. I think it would do numbers. Like that thing, that Anthony is murking hella people, because everybody has this phone. They're gonna click on the video, it goes viral, boom, the population is decimated, and then they're trying to figure out how to do in the aftermath. So it's like it has an interesting premise, but they don't do much with it. There was the murder that happened, and she was thrown into the well, and it was because like our parents at the time didn't want to do with her. And I probably watched an explainer video on that. Because that's the thing about this film as a whole. They've had very interesting concepts, and there's things that I want to be fleshed out more. And I am going to see more films that are in the series as in the sequel. Hopefully those films are also in Philo, so I don't have to pay to see them. But like the execution of it didn't really hit with me at all. I definitely needed more ideas needed to feel the looming threat, right? And it's like I can foresee somebody watch that tape and 7 days go by, and besides like a slight nosebleed, they're going hunky dory. Like it doesn't really. They only like she only feels threatened because like she has the context of like, okay, these people before me. Also, let's take a step back. If you have a list of like, granted, I'm not gonna watch The Ring again. I'm gonna see the other films, but I'm not gonna immediately just watch that or zoom back. But she had a list of fucking 7 names on that list, and these are all teenagers that died watching this film. Why the fuck would you watch it? Why would you watch it? Why would you watch it? No. I hear you, but why are you watching it though? Like, come on, like, I'm not superstitious. Or anything. If somebody told me you watched this video, you died, I'm not watching it. If they tell me ghosts are in that building, granted, I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm not going over there. They like cross this line as ass whooping over this line. I'm not crossing over that line. There's actually a horror film about crossing the fucking line. I think it's a horror series. Don't cross the fucking line. Like, what is so hard? I get you're an investigative reporter, but shit, have a lackey watch it or some shit, you know? Have them watch 7 Days Out. But the ignorance and the stupidity, like this whole thing could have been avoided. Just don't watch the tape. 7 motherfuckers died. Like, come on now. Come on. But it had a way interesting premise. If I was the writer on this, man, that turnover would have been sooner, and I would have delayed the time in which she watched it. But then the days were moving fast a little bit, so like it was a week, but it was still moving significantly fast. Like she would just do one thing that day, and then it'll skip to the next. So I would shorten the time to like nothing crazy, like 3 days. Hell, maybe even 2 days, to be honest. A week is too long. Too long of a turnover, because I need people to like drop like flies, but maybe like, okay, maybe if you do something, it pushes up the timeline a little bit, you know, like maybe if you call her a bitch or threaten her, like it pushes up the timeline. I don't know. But yeah, definitely could have been better. I'm still going to see the films, the sequels, because I want to watch a Ring film. I want to watch a Grudge film. I want to watch the Ring film, and I want to watch another Grudge film. But that's my review of this film. Comment down below. What are your thoughts of the film? Have you seen The Ring? What are your thoughts of the film? Do you fuck with the pacing in the film? Or are you like me, you wish they would have done something different? Comment down below. Subscribe. And as always, Jaritos are on me. Ciao.